I found that interesting, coming from Oklahoma State, last name Holiday, no relation.
Yes. Well, you had to look, though, didn't you?
Yes, absolutely.
And then we got Pittsburgh last.
I do. I think the dark magic is over. I think it's over. I don't think Mike Tomlin can just continually being that team that wins 9 or 10 games and makes them to the playoffs every year. It's done. It's gone.
He's won 17 years in a row.
Yep, it's not happening. The dark magic's done. This year, though, I've got to win 7 games.
Oh, we struggle in all aspects of school.
Yeah.
We had PE down. That's about it.
And lunch.
P and
I was ready to lunch.
That has stayed true to form, hasn't it?
I just got 3 things to say. God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen, start your engine.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Benchwarmers Basement Banter. We have the full crew here. We have myself, Woody, with...
Rodgers.
Yeah.
Not a good week
Wasn't
for
much of
Aaron
that.
Rodgers or the Packers, but, hey.
Not even one discount double check.
Not a
one.
single.
No, not one.
Ooh, that's pretty rough. It's a juggernaut Broncos team there.
Oof.
And we got Stat Guy. Who,
I'm
hey,
here.
Look at this, we match.
We do. We got the
Coordination.
BBB shirts
Yeah. One more shout out to my wife.
I wore mine last week.
You did. Yeah. I missed the memo last week. But hey, we're here this week, and we're going to not just talk football this week. We're going to, don't let our attire throw you off on that. Football guy here, but we're also, it's playoff time. Playoff for baseball.
It is.
Playoffs.
First thing, though, YouTube, TikTok, Kick, social media, all of the stuff. Follow us.
Social media.
All of our fans, wherever you're at.
We got all kinds of social media. I can't even keep track of it sometimes.
I don't know crap about it, but I love all you guys. Thanks for the support.
Yeah.
Just
Like,
it.
comment, subscribe. We just hit 1,100 subscribers on YouTube, so that's pretty sweet.
It's bigger than our town.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, and we're going to give away a shirt sometime,
yes.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So we was going to do it this week, but I'm going to wait till I get back from vacation.
Yeah, that's right. We might even autograph it. Oh. Are we that special yet? We're getting there.
I think that defaced the value.
Maybe if we
It would. Yeah. It
Hey, if
would.
we'd won that softball tournament, we don't want to go there.
Not great.
Maybe next year. So, thank you for the promotional
Yep.
stuff. And, we'll move on to baseball playoffs because we've got, literally breaking news right now. You guys,
Yes.
this will air Friday for Wabash, but right now, da-da-da.
Yeah.
Mr. Met himself
well,
here.
Mr. Mets. I mean,
are
doubleheader. There's
Mr. Met.
2 games that happened today. It was a doubleheader between the Mets and the Braves.
Just cracking me up. That is usually how doubleheaders work. 2 games.
I mean,
Just 2
there's
games.
There's
Yeah.
2 games in total, not just between those 2 teams.
I love you, big guy.
Anyways.
They did. They had a doubleheader to decide playoff seat. Fate.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yes,
And
fate.
in a back and forth late innings of the
Yeah,
first
you break
game.
that down. That's crazy.
Well, it started off with the Mets put up a 6-run top of the 8th inning to take the lead, followed by a breakdown of giving up 4 runs in the bottom of the 8th and blowing that lead. But
I would have liked to have been a fly in your Wabash truck when that was going on. Mr. Met here. It was
Oh,
an emotional roller coaster.
yes, absolutely. And then my man Frankie Lindor,
Of course.
he come out in the top of the 9th and spanked a 2-run homer to take the lead, 8-7, and the Mets are going to the playoffs.
They are.
Which the Braves are as well now, because we just saw they won 3-0. But hey, you were on the Mets all
Mets
year.
didn't care anymore.
That's right. Yeah, they let them join. They did.
Yes.
Maybe they're celebrating together right now. And poor Arizona, they've had 6 hours of watching baseball.
Yes.
The eyes was in that last pitch. I think,
Somebody
crap.
hit somebody.
I imagine they're at a bar in Phoenix right now, drowning their sorrows away. That's pretty.
No,
rough,
they
though.
had.
All
I
6
seen.
of their fans.
I seen. No, they had to. They had to actually go to the stadium and get all their shit packed.
Oh, that stinks. That's pretty rough. I mean, seriously, it's a helpless feeling.
Yeah.
Going into the day, but I say that they kind of did it themselves. They were actually in the driver's seat a week or so ago. They didn't play well.
Had a little bit of a fall apart.
A lot
Which
of these
they also
teams-
came up with a slow start. They started
Yeah, they
that
did, they
season
did.
very badly. Had to work their way back into it.
Oh.
But unfortunately, not everyone's the Detroit Tigers.
Yeah. It's my team. We'll get to that. But no, I had to give him a shout out. This guy's on the Mets beginning of the year. I was like, okay, you can have your Mets. And it took them bringing Grimace out of McDonald's to do it.
And Jose Iglesias.
And I'm sorry, you got a Latin pop star, right?
That's right.
Pretty cool. So yeah, with that, good for the Mets, Tigers. I mean, honestly, there's a lot of fan bases that have went through struggling times. Like the Royals had it rough for a little while.
The playoffs looks a little bit different than it normally does this year.
I love it. I love the parody. Like, it's really cool. We'll run through it real quick. I mean, what a shock. You got the Dodgers. We'll start in the NL. Sorry. Dodgers, the 1 seed. Yeah, when you spend
No one's
however much they
surprised.
do. Yeah, what a shock. Phillies, 2, kind of the same boat. The Brewers, another one I was wrong on. I didn't expect them to be as good this year.
Neither did I. I mean,
Yeah.
I thought they'd have a big step back. I actually think we had them,
We don't want to talk about that.
getting last in that division.
Don't watch that episode, guys. But yeah, we had them last. I mean, they just got a lot out of a little this year. Hoskins, Adama, it's amazing what they got out of these guys. But yeah, they won the Central running away. Padres got the 4 spot. They're dangerous. That rotation.
Yes.
We'll get to our picks here in a little bit, but they're dangerous. And Schilt at the helm. Love that guy.
Oh,
I've
yeah.
always been a Schilt backer, guys. Love Mike Schilt. So now we have the Mets got the 5 by some tiebreaker. I don't know. Maybe it's the Grimace factor. I guess the head-to-head, they had a better record.
More than likely head-to-head. Or they might do total runs. I don't know.
I'm sticking with Grimace, but,
Yeah, Grimace.
Yeah. Braves 6. They just made the playoffs, and the D-backs going home. On the American League side, we've got the Yanks with the 1 seed. Good call, I believe. Way to go. And good call again. The Guardians, number 2.
Yeah.
The Astros, everybody's favorite dark horse there, right?
No.
Don't like them, but they're always there. They're always there. They started the year off slow. It's kind of like, when are they going to come alive? That's what I thought. And then they're built for the October, unfortunately. But we've got them 3rd. The Baby O's, they got the first wild card spot. Love it. Baltimore's been bad for a while.
I actually did see where when they had their little champagne shower
Yeah.
thing that Jackson Holiday had what they call baby bird water.
Yes, I've seen that too.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty crazy. He's 20.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's in the. Oh, did they have something with Matt Holiday there too? At the bottom of it, I thought it had like his dad's
That I didn't see.
jersey
Ah,
or
I
something.
didn't see that.
I thought they had his dad's jersey like draped by the little baby water or something like that.
That'd be cool.
I thought it was hilarious. I did. But yeah, the Royals, that's another one. Amazing what they did this year. Their front office. I mean, they brought in Seth Lugo, Waka. Not going to lie, I didn't think much of it. Cole Reagans, they got him for Chapman, Adolis Chapman last year at the trade deadline. He's an ace now.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
I mean, look at what their front office has done. Like, just amazing. And they've been good since, what? They won the World Series in 15? Was that right? Like,
Yes.
Yes, I
It
believe
really
that
went down
15 is
after
when-
that. Yeah. So good for them. And then my Tigers. Good Tigers. There we go.
The best last month of the season in baseball.
I don't know how to explain it. I mean, you have Scooble.
Well, I know how to explain it. They were like 15-4 after they stopped playing Javier Baez.
That makes sense.
No,
That's
like
a
legitimately, I think that's what happened.
That's a very good call.
Yeah.
So when a guy's maybe the worst player in the league and you don't play him, you might be better. There you go. Hey, we're here for common sense, guys. That's what we bring to the table. But however it worked, they've got a young team. They're exciting. Like, honestly, these last 3 teams we mentioned, Baltimore, Kansas City, and Detroit, young, exciting teams. All the upside in the world. Like, I thought KC would be a good team next year. They're here yearly. Love it. So, you guys on predictions, you want to go through, just say who you think each league, or want to real quick go through matchup by matchup? That might get confusing with different opinions. But-
Let's just since we're just starting the playoffs, let's do the first round
Okay.
of the playoffs
Yeah,
like that.
by matchup, and then maybe in a later episode we'll
Yeah.
get as we get deeper.
That sounds good, and then people can laugh at our picks when they see 'em.
Absolutely, yes.
By the time this comes out on Wabash, this first round might be over. So it's all good. All right, so the first series we have buys for the Dodgers and Phillies and for the Yankees and Guardians. So we got Astros and Tigers in the AL. Personally, I don't like to say this. I'm rooting for the Tigers. I think the Astros move on.
Like you said before, they're just built for the
Yeah, they are.
playoffs. They're
The experience.
The lineup's great.
Yeah.
They've got a good rotation.
Yeah.
And it's just they're a juggernaut. They can
They are. They
easily go deep again.
They are here every year. They
Yeah.
know what they're doing. And honestly, rotation-wise, like the Tigers have the edge in Scooble. I think they can win game 1. I really
Yeah,
do.
I think they can
Sure.
too.
He's been amazing. Lights out. But after that, who you throwing up against?
Yeah.
They've got on the other side, their rotation's deep. I don't even think Verlander's going to be starting. Coming out of the pen, after Valdez, Hunter Brown had a great year. They've got him.
Mm-hmm.
They've got Blanco. They've got options, and they can piggyback starters. Like, with the offense they've got, I think they move past him. I really do. Cool story for Detroit.
Yeah, and
matchup.
having Verlander coming out of your pen is
Yeah.
probably a little bit of a help too.
And he might start. I don't know how it's going to
Yeah.
go, but they have like 6 viables. Aaron Getty. That's the guy I was thinking about. Had his moments.
You know, it'd be interesting. You think that if Verlander comes out of the pen, he's got a little more. You think he's still got giddy up in that fastball?
I think he could. I
Yeah.
think when it matters.
Yeah.
These veterans like that, I think they save a little something.
Yeah.
For right now, I really do. I think that he's gonna.
I mean, we're not going to see.
innings.
We're not going to see triple digits Verlander again.
No.
I don't think,
No.
But I think we can see high
but
90s.
Him at 95 can be better at guys with triple digits.
Oh, yeah.
It really can be. He knows how to pitch, and he's been here.
Mm-hmm.
So they're dangerous. Alvarez is one thing. He's banged up. I think that he's going to play. I
Yeah.
think they last week didn't have to play him. Not going to. That's dangerous. But with that lineup, amazing. I got him moving past. This next series, it's tough. Baltimore and KC. I'm
Ooh,
split.
battle of the
on it.
youngsters.
Exactly. I'm actually kind of leaning KC, which sounds crazy.
I'm
The rotation. I think they have the edge after Burns.
okay.
Is Eflin? He's
Yeah.
back. I don't know though the health there. If Baltimore had G-Rod, I'm going Baltimore.
Yep.
That hurts.
Yeah.
Kyle Bradish lost him too.
Yeah, they lost him about mid-season, didn't they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He never was fully healthy. So, and the lineup, honestly, Baltimore's not played great. Neither team has played great the last month or two, but Baltimore.
Jackson Holliday's really never figured it out at the major league level.
No.
I'm not sure if he's for sure going to be on that playoff roster. I've heard there was some stories that he might not.
Really? Wow. Which, I mean, him not being on it also speaks the testament of how deep.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Like, there's
for
4
sure.
other guys that are ready to take
Yeah.
a spot. Like,
I want to see Gunnar, Adley, what they do. You know, last year was their first taste of postseason. They got swept. I don't think that happens in this year. I think they'll
Yeah,
win a
I think
game.
it'll happen.
They've got the experience edge on them. I really think they win game 1 with Burns. But after that, the pen too. I think KC's pen's a little better. And in the playoffs, that will play.
you think they go ahead and throw Reagans against Burns?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I think so. I mean,
I didn't know if they just
they might
concede that
go
first
Lugo.
game and just,
I don't know. I doubt it. I don't think you can in the
Okay.
playoffs. Yeah, this is a 3-game series.
Ah,
I think
well,
you
that
got
makes it tougher.
Yeah.
You got to come
Yeah,
out
you
guns
gotta go.
blazing. You really do. And they've got Singer too. Is not going to be in the rotation. Could be good out of the pen too. So I'm gonna not feel good about it, but lean Royals after
Okay.
that. Now after
Do it for
that,
Salvi.
Yeah, for Salvi, dude, that's a cool story.
Yeah, do it for Salvi.
It is one more run with Salvi. It's pretty great. Bobby Witt against Gunner. It's freaking exciting.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the 2 young stars. I want to see them both go off. I'm excited. After that, you know, I'm honestly, the matchup's gonna be hard to say. Like, you would have the Guardians against the Astros. If we go with my model, you'd have the Royals, the Yankees. I'm gonna speed through this. I think that the Astros. Did I miss one? I think the Astros probably come out of the AL from that. Like, I think the Yankees get past the Guardians, Astros get past the Royals. I think the Astros in World Series.
Okay.
And like I said, I don't want to go real in depth because this matchup isn't. This is hypothetical. But I want to put a favorite down right now. Like, I'm gonna go Astros in the AL.
Okay.
So
I'm going to stray from that a little bit. I think the Yankees could go there pretty
I
easily.
can see that.
I think that that's a really good offense, and I mean, you're probably going to take a game with Cole Hamels about every time. Not Cole Hamels, Garrett Cole.
Oh, Garrett Cole.
Garrett
Well,
Cole.
normally I'd say that, but he's honestly
He's looked human.
He
looked
has.
human.
He's not quite looked the same since coming
Yeah.
back. He's fought a lot of injuries. The rest of the rotation.
There's times that he's looked like Garrett Cole.
Yeah, yeah.
But there's also times where it's like,
Yeah, not great. Not great. Yeah, no, I mean, they got Rodon, Hill. Like, they have pitching, too. They're very evenly matched teams. I'll give you that. I just, once again, it seems like Houston always has their number.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain
Fair.
it. I really don't, but they just always do the postseason. So, I'll tell you what do you guys think? We take a quick break, and we'll come back to the NL, and then we'll get into football.
Yeah.
That sound good?
Yep.
So, all right, we'll be right back, guys.
Briscoe Surplus Sales on the northeast edge of Flora is your one-stop do-it-all shop. Looking for rugged boots and footwear from great brands like Lacrosse, Rocky, and Carolina? They're there. How about top-notch small engine parts and service? Briscoe Surplus Sales has it. Whether you're wiring your switches or switching your wiring, Briscoe Surplus Sales has the solution and the know-how to help you get the job done right the first time. Briscoe Surplus Sales, your one-stop do-it-all shop. At your locally owned Napa Auto Parts stores in Flora and Louisville, you can count on experts to have the solutions to keep you running on the road or in the field. More than just your car, the Napa Auto Parts stores in Flora and Louisville carry a large inventory of Napa products for farms, heavy trucks, and just about everything that moves. Experienced associates understand your needs and are ready to help with the perfect part at a great value. That's Napa Know-How at your locally owned Napa Auto Parts stores in Flora and Louisville.
Carson Auction Realty is the one-stop shop for all your real estate needs. With over 40 years in business, Carson Auction Realty is the only company in the area that offers public auctions, real estate brokerage, and certified appraisals. If you're considering selling your farm, home, or commercial property, give us a call, and we can assist you in every step of your real estate sale, from pricing your property correctly to properly marketing to find any and potential buyers, and most importantly, selling property for top dollar. To contact us, go to our website, carsonauctionrealty.com, or call our office at 662-4911.
Well, hello, and we are back, and we're going to keep rolling on this baseball postseason predictions train. So this is fun, and I'm usually wrong. So, who doesn't love that? So I'm going to find it, Woody. Well, we went AL. I've got the Astros coming out of it, and you had the Yankees.
I have the Yankees.
Yeah, did you want a team too?
I think the Yankees will take it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair. I could see either one of those two.
It's mostly just my hate for the Astros. I think the Astros are just as likely to do it.
Yeah.
But if I'm going to take a team, it's
If you want to go, what I want is the Orioles.
Yes. I wanted them to add more. Honestly, I was disappointed at the deadline. I thought they needed more help. But yeah, I'm hedging. I'm saying Astros, so hopefully I'm wrong and they don't win. So there you go.
I hope so.
All right, baseball and the NL. So we got Dodgers, Phillies with the bye, like we said. We got the Brew Crew hosting the Braves now. That's interesting.
okay.
I've been leading off. You go for it. What you got, big dog?
I don't. I've said it since before the All-Star break. This isn't sustainable. Come on, guys.
Is this like your Pittsburgh in football?
No, they're not getting away with it. They are a good team. I just don't think that they're better than the Braves. I mean, really, now the Braves, they still don't have Strider. They still don't have Acuna. But remember, they won the World Series without Acuna last time.
That's fair.
That being said,
They've
the
also
rotation
lost
was a little
Riley.
bit.
Yeah,
Yes.
I
Their
think that rotation struggles.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, the top of the rotation, when you have Sale, Freed, if he's healthy, he's
Sale
not
and Freed's
the same.
a solid one, too.
Yeah,
That
and
is.
Swellenbach is pretty good.
Yeah.
Third. So I do actually give them the edge there.
Okay.
3-game series, that helps a lot.
Yeah, it does.
I don't think their lineup's quite as good.
Atlanta?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't as good as I think when they won the World Series. I don't think it's quite as good as Milwaukee's right now because of injuries.
Well, I think Milwaukee lost Yelich as well.
Oh yeah, I would say I would have had Milwaukee winning this series if they had Yelich.
Yeah.
Truthfully. Churio stepped up. We mentioned Hoskins, Adames. Like they've had good years.
Churio's been insane.
That second half.
Yeah.
He's been insane. He has. Pitching though. Freddie Peralta, they're lining up Peralta, Savale, and Montes.
Well, Montes has been really good this second half, I believe.
He's been okay.
He's been okay?
solid.
Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't have
that
the
he showed
boy
some
stuff.
flashes.
He has.
Okay.
He has. He's also Frankie Montes and shown some of those.
Well, that's been his whole career in a
You
nutshell.
can't have the PEDs right now. He got caught for that. So that's not saying
That
that's
was
helpful.
only twice.
Yeah. He's like, I can't go down that road again. So no more checks. But I'm going to lean Braves too. I don't really feel good about either team, and I have them getting bounced the next round.
Yeah.
But-
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. I don't
This
think
one-
either of these teams make a run.
Yeah, I don't either. Now, this next one I do. We got the Padres hosting the Mets, and I don't mean to upset you, but I'm going Mets.
The dream. You're going Mets?
I'm sorry. I'm going
Oh,
Padres.
yeah.
I meant to
whoa.
say-
Oh, you said next.
No, I'm going
Gotcha.
Padres too. I think the Padres
going
are just a
against
lot
your
better
Mets.
team.
Yeah.
The Mets were a fun story throughout
They
the
were,
season,
they were.
but it's over. It's
The Padres, I'm going to tell you what, that rotation is ceased. Kings looked amazing. Darvish
Yeah.
is back. Has been pretty good the last couple starts. Musgrove came back.
and the lineup's not too shabby.
It's
either.
not, it's not. We got our eyes. Hits like 400 when he wants to up there.
He just won his
and,
third straight batting title with
Yep,
three different teams.
He does. Singles McGee there. Pretty impressive. Tatis, Machado's going to bowl in the postseason.
Oh, yeah.
Jackson Merrill. That guy, I thought him and Skeens neck and neck.
Likely your rookie of the year. I think.
Nah, it's
I think
gotta be Skeens, I
You think so? Okay.
If Skeens doesn't win
I didn't
it,
know if they were still going to hold it against him that he missed the first month. of the
I don't
season.
think
if
so.
Skeens
There's so
doesn't
much
win
hype
it,
around him.
Yeah.
a pitcher should never win Rookie of the Year again.
Yeah, well, that's fair.
That's fair.
The only thing I'll draw back on that is they both were so good. Jackson Merrill's very good, but I do agree with you.
Yeah.
All three of his losses were quality starts.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He was.
Wasn't
and
they
two-
all against the Cardinals?
Two of them were.
Two of them were.
Yeah, they got some 2-1 squeakers there.
They
It's like,
did.
Well, and one is like he gave up 2 runs in the 8th. When
Yeah.
he really,
oh,
or maybe it was
yeah,
the 9th
when he
even.
probably
Yeah.
shouldn't have been out
Yeah.
there. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, absolutely. So, they're both amazing, but for this one, I think the Padres roll on. I really do.
Yeah.
Like you said, cool story with the Mets. They just don't have the pitching to match up.
Nope.
Starters. So, and here's where I'm going to have an upset. I think I've said this on another show. I got the Dodgers losing in the first round. Well, second round technically to whoever they'd play. Going against the Padres, I'm going Padres all the way because they're
Okay.
pitching. I
Okay.
really am. And-
I disagree.
Okay, but it is October, so this is what the Dodgers do.
Yeah, agreed.
I mean, that's what they do. They're pitching. If they had Glass now, I'd feel different about it.
Yeah.
It's not pitching. They got Yamamoto, who's coming off injury. Jack Flaherty, who's been good. But I don't think I like him matching up against these Padres guys. And the bottom part of their order is not that scary. Like, don't let Ohtani beat you.
Yeah, 1 through 7's pretty good though.
Freeman's banged up too. That's fair, but Freeman's banged up. I
Okay.
don't know his status. I mean, I feel like he hurt his ankle. I feel like he'll be out there on one leg.
Yeah.
Freddie Freeman.
Well, he's got another week off too, so
That's fair. Does that help or hurt the team though?
Well, it helps Freddie
it
Freeman.
helps Freddie
Helps
Freeman.
him.
That's what we're getting at.
But, you know, with the week off, you've seen a lot of these teams come out slow. It happened to them last year. So I'm going Padres. You got the.
I'm gonna go Dodgers.
Okay, I like
Yeah, I
that.
think the Dodgers take it.
Okay, all right. So we got Phillies and I started to say Brewers. No, we got them out. Phillies and Braves. I'm going Phillies.
Phillies.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Top to bottom, that's a great lineup, and
Yeah.
you got Nola Wheeler. I
Yeah,
mean,
absolutely.
you're
Noah
running into a
Wheeler.
buzzsaw.
Yeah, Christopher Sanchez has been good. Suarez,
Yeah.
they're pitching and they're bullpen. They got Carlos Estevez from the
Their
Angels.
bullpen has been better than the Phillies' bullpen has been in a long time.
Yeah, it has. It has. And Hoffman's been great. They got righty-lefty set up
Yes.
back in the pen. Alvarado. I mean,
Been saying for a couple of years that I thought the Phillies would be really scary
Yeah.
if they ever got a bullpen.
Yeah,
And
it's happened.
It's happened. So
and this is like, not totally compare, but, you know, what was the thing in the NBA with LeBron getting the ring finally? Like, I think Harper finally gets his ring this year.
well, he's
I'm gonna
it's
go-
evaded them. So
It has that whole lineup. Like, they've got postseason experience. They've got the pitching all the way around this year.
okay.
I've got them beating it. If you got them playing the Dodgers, I got them beating them. I got them beating the Padres.
I've got the
Phillies.
Phillies bouncing out the Dodgers.
Okay.
And
There
that-
we go.
I got Phillies World Series.
Yeah.
Probably I have them winning the World Series.
I do.
Same.
Yeah.
I was going to go ahead and go to that. We
Yeah.
got the Phillies. There's not a weakness on this team. Like, you know, you look at the lineup top to bottom. Okay, they've got a good lineup. They've got experience.
Yes.
They've been so close to winning it before. They've got starting, pitching, bullpen. What is there?
Almost their entire lineup and pitching staff has had experience in the playoffs, like
Yeah.
you said.
Absolutely.
And I mean, top to bottom, the order's good.
Yeah.
1-2 and Wheeler and Nola. I don't know if there's a better 1-2
No,
out there.
I really, it's tough to beat. It is. That being said, this makes too much sense, so they're probably going to get bounced in the first round, knowing our luck. But that's how it works. But we're going to go Phillies here. At BBB stamp.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Stamp.
I'm
There we
going
go.
Phillies,
Approval.
Yankees, and I'm going to take the Phillies over.
I like it. I got Phillies and trash bangers, and I hope I'm wrong. That's our baseball World Series, even. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're going to go to football now, and we're going to start in college football.
That's right.
You excited about that?
I am excited about one game to talk about.
You have it.
That,
You
Al-
go for it. I know
that
where you're going.
Alabama-Georgia game was amazing. I mean,
Electric.
Bama came out firing. Jalen Milroe just vaulted up. He said, that Heisman, I'm putting my name on the top of the list. That is mine for the taking right now.
Move over back, move over yours. It's mine.
It's mine, he said. I mean, that dude was
Hey,
ridiculous.
dynamic.
Yeah.
With the legs. Like, I knew he was athletic. My
Yeah.
gosh.
I didn't realize he was that
Speed,
athletic.
like-
He ran away from everybody on that field.
And Georgia ain't slow.
No.
And
Honestly,
who
made
was
him
that
look
wide
slow.
receiver, the freshman? That
Right, yeah, I was
made
going
the
to get to
crazy
him.
catch.
Ryan Williams, he's
Yes.
17
Yes,
years
yes.
old.
Yeah.
Was he the one that catch at the end?
Yeah.
That's him.
had
Yeah,
possibly the best catch in college football this year. So
yeah. And
Yes.
the run after the catch.
Yes, the
Yes.
run
I
after the
thought
catch
they would
was
have him
amazing.
down. Bama's fun. I'm gonna tell you, Kalen DeBoer. I'm not saying it's not a hot take. I'm not saying he's a better coach than Saban. I'm not saying that.
Mm-hmm.
Offensively, though, his schemes might be a little more extensive in depth. Like
Well,
he
I'll
throws
tell-
different looks.
I'll tell you what he did. He didn't come into Alabama and look at Jalen Milroe and it's like, oh, we're going to fit you to the Penix
Right.
system. He
Right.
went, I have this dynamic, athletic quarterback. He's got a pretty good arm. He's faster than
Yeah.
anybody else on the field.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm going to play to
Yeah.
his strengths.
He's
And
creative is the word I was looking
Yes.
for. What he did. I love that in a coach. I really
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Now defensively, like you're not going to match up with Saban's legacy. Like I'll give you that. I'm just saying, I don't think Bama takes a step back. I thought they would, which it wasn't much. I still have
No.
the playoffs, but this was impressive. This is
Did
a
they
big
go
one.
to number one now?
Yes,
'Cause
yeah,
of
they
this?
passed
Yeah.
it, and they should. They should.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I mean, they beat Georgia.
Yes.
Yeah, and
And
Georgia's
Georgia is
consensus-
honestly their one loss to Alabama last year.
Yeah.
They've lost 2 games in 4 years, and they've both been to Alabama.
I saw a number. I believe Kirby Smart is 1-6 against Bama.
Yes,
Against
yep.
the rest of the league was like 88-6.
Yeah, yeah. I seen that too.
That's a problem, buddy. But no, Georgia's. This isn't the last we've heard of them. Heck of a comeback.
Yeah.
to make this a game.
Those two might meet again in the playoffs, and they would definitely
could
will
see
meet
it.
in an SEC championship.
I don't know who I
Well, I don't know about
Yeah.
that.
I
There's that
Guys,
there's
the
that
SEC 's so
orange
loaded.
team over there in the
Yeah,
SEC.
that's fair.
that's hey, and Mizzou. Watch out.
Mizzou's there too.
MIZ. COU.
I think your other favorite team is probably more likely to play in the SEC.
Yeah, I forget they're in
championship.
the SEC.
I do
when
too,
you're
but they
talking
are.
about it. They are. Yeah.
Kind of forgot about it as well. That's why I was.
Yeah,
I
I
said
figured.
they're Tennessee.
I
I
fig-
really
no,
did.
I figured that's why. That's why I
Yeah.
wanted to bring it up because
Yeah,
they
good
are
call.
an SEC team now.
That's going to take a while
Kind
to
of
get
forgot
used
Texas
to.
is in the SEC, so I wasn't even considering it.
Kind of forget Oregon's in the Big Ten. It kind of still doesn't make sense in my head.
that one's a lot tougher to swallow than
that
Texas.
was weird.
That one's
It's like,
weird.
Oh, we got 10 Midwest teams in this.
Yeah.
11 Midwest teams, I think.
Yeah.
Is it 12 now?
I think there were 12. I
think
don't know.
so. I'm
Yeah.
confused. So
Well,
I don't know.
Rutgers ain't really Midwest either.
No, it doesn't make sense. USC over there, like it doesn't. But whatever. It's good football now. It's fun. These matchups we're getting. Texas won. They played Mississippi State.
Yeah.
Archer's first SEC game at home. Handled business.
Yes,
Nothing
he did.
spectacular. They won. That's what they need to do. These are trap games. You need to come in, win the ones you're expected to win too. So
Unlike Ole Miss losing to Kentucky,
good call.
I think Kentucky's probably better than everybody thinks they are. I
Well,
will
they were
give
pretty
them
good
that.
last year.
They
Yeah.
about beat Georgia.
And
They did.
that's just a developing college football program. I mean, they're not just
Yeah.
a basketball school anymore, guys.
They have
Yeah.
a good coach. They have a very
Yeah.
sound.
I don't think
defense.
that's as bad of a loss. It's the SEC
Yeah.
loss.
No,
you know,
it-
and that team seems to be pretty decent.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you said, the Georgia that was.
I believe
looking
that
things when they
Kentucky
handled
was
them.
ranked last year, weren't they?
I believe they were around the
Yeah.
end of the year for a
Yeah.
little while. They were fringe top 25, so
Yeah.
they're a solid team.
Yeah.
Locally, I'm gonna tell Illinois lost to Penn State, but they were tied at halftime, 7-7. There's promise there. Luke Altamar, their quarterback, there's a future there. This guy, guys. I mean, he can make plays. It's hard to go into Happy Valley and win.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not knocking them. I was impressed that they hung with them.
I was too.
Beat Nebraska last
In
week.
fact, I watched more of that game than the other game because I thought Bama was so far out ahead. I switched to the Illinois game.
Yeah, absolutely. No, they've surprised me. We'll see where they go. The Big Ten, I mean, it could be more open than we thought.
Yeah.
You know, Ohio State keeps winning. We'll see where it goes. So,
We
you guys,
gotta bring up your favorite blue turf.
Hey, yeah.
that's what I was gonna ask
Yeah.
you.
Well, we
You
said
got
you
my
were talking
guy.
about Milroe being the favorite for the Heisman. Watch out, Ashton Giante for Boise
He's-
State says, "Hold my beer,"
I love that.
and he says, "In
Come-
4 games, I've got 845 yards
Oh my
and
gosh.
13 touchdowns."
He's like, you guys come and watch the Smurf turf. Look at this. I'm gonna light it on fire.
One of those
Watch me run.
one of those games he got took out after the first half as
He
well.
averages
Yeah.
10.3 yards a carry.
Holy.
I will say I did hear. I think I remember an NFL guy talking about him saying he was probably going to be the first running back drafted this next year.
I believe it.
I can see it. Yeah. I don't care if it's Mountain West, whatever conference it is. If you're putting up 10 yards a carry, I'll draft you. Sounds great. So, I'll tell you what. We're gonna go ahead. You guys got any more college football?
Nope, that's it.
All right, we're gonna take another break, and we're gonna do a little quicker, like rapid fire-ish NFL stuff this week.
All right.
We'll get through
I like
it.
it.
So
I like it.
we'll be back. Stay tuned.
Tomorrow. Some fear the uncertainty it brings. Some trust the promise it holds. At Grinnell Mutual, we are always looking forward to tomorrow, growing and innovating. So even if the plans you have for the future aren't the same as the plans that the future holds for you, you can be ready. Because we'll be ready, like we have been for over 100 years. Trust in that. Trust in tomorrow. Talk to your mutual agent today.
Your local agent is on the square. Louisville, Clay County Farmers Mutual Insurance. We like technology at Flora Savings Bank. Here's what you can accomplish in our mobile banking app in less than 30 seconds. See account balances in your transactions, set up an account alert, make a transfer between accounts, get an alert text message about your transfer, pay a bill, turn your debit card off and then back on. It all happens in the palm of your hand with our free My Bank to Go app. Search My Bank to Go in the App Store or Google Play and give mobile banking a try. Flora Savings Bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Do you bowl like this? That's great. Do you bowl like this? That's great too. That's because whether you're a pro or you just want to have a lot of fun, at Peggle's Silver Dollar Lanes, we have a lane for you. We have galaxy bowling, gaming for kids and adults, Joe's Pizza, a full bar, darts, pool, and fresh and clean bowling shoes. Boy, does that smell nice. So come on down to Peggle Silver Dollar Lanes in Effingham, where we have a lane for you.
My name is Robin Stanford. I own Stanford Marketing. It's a promotional products business along with an embroidery business. And we do custom hats, t-shirts, anything, you name it, we can make it. People like that we do stuff in-house and we can actually make things here and that we're not contracting to work out to other places. We never say no. We always try to find a way to do it. If anybody can do it, we can do it. We are hardworking women, that is for sure. Come to Stanford Marketing in Flora for all your custom and promotional needs.
Well, hello, and we are back. And first of all, guys, respectfully, remove our hats.
Yep.
For the passing today, and we're being serious about this. I'm going to butcher his name. Mutombo.
Dikembe Mutombo.
Dikembe
Thank you,
Mutombo.
Dikembe.
Yeah.
No.
Yes.
The finger
Famous
wag.
for that. NBA
Iconic
Hall of
commercial.
Famer. Great humanitarian.
Yes, absolutely.
Just absolutely great humanitarian.
Grew the
Seemed
game, and
amazing human being.
yeah, he was. And then on that note, to another one that I don't know
We
if
literally
amazing,
just got
yeah.
this.
I
Don't
we're
know
live
that
here.
amazing human being he would fall in that category.
No, but an amazing player and your
Amazing
all-time
baseball
hit
player.
leader.
Yeah,
So.
and
Yeah.
he was fun to watch. Like I didn't personally watch
Pete
him, but
Rose
highlights.
passed away. Actually,
Yeah.
Just-
Charlie
it was
Hustle.
just announced moments ago.
Yeah.
So.
Yes, it was. So to both of them, and hey, I would like to see him in the Hall of Fame. Like I know the gambling,
Mm-hmm.
it's moral conflict, but look what he did on the field. And to my knowledge, he bet on his team, right? Like
There's speculation that he
Oh.
had notes where he'd bet on his team to win
well,
and lose. And
he got a lot of hits and he played the game hard.
Yeah.
So that's all I got to say to that.
R.I.P.
Both
guys.
those guys, rest in peace. We're going to move on to NFL, and we're going to start right here with a nice, exciting snooze fest of the Dallas Cowboys 20, New York Giants 15. And all I have to say is congrats on the spread bet.
I picked them. I picked the spread correctly on this one. I just kind of had a feeling. I think the Giants are playing better than anyone realized. To be
yeah.
honest,
Yeah,
Daniel
for
Jones
sure.
is not.
Well, Malik Neighbors is amazing. Is all I have to
Malik
say.
Neighbors is amazing. Daniel Jones has not been completely terrible.
I think Malik
He's not
Neighbors has
wrecking
made
it.
him look a little better than what
Well,
he's
he's
been.
also throwing to Wan'Dale Robinson like crazy,
Yeah,
and there may not be. It's not very big chunks.
They were
but it's
two-headed
yeah,
monster,
it's
honestly,
5-10
receiving,
yards
yeah.
every time to Robinson, and it works every single
He's
time.
a possession
Makes
receiver.
sense,
He
yeah.
is. I was honestly more disappointed on the Dallas side of this. They lost a lot of guys this game. Zach
Yes.
Martin went down. Parsons went down. DeMarcus Lawrence. And even before that, they aren't getting the pass rush they
Didn't
historically
Diggs
get.
go down for a little bit
I
too?
think
I
he
think
came back. But you're right.
yeah.
He
Diggs
went
did
out.
return to the
Yeah.
game, yes.
They got problems there, and offensively, they have no run game.
No,
Like,
nothing. It's
that's a
almost like
staple.
everyone looked at that and thought, you should sign
Maybe
a
we
running
should
back.
stop feeding
Right.
Zeke.
Just a thought. Yeah,
They did,
literally.
They
not the
used.
ball, not the food table. Move away.
I think they used Dowdle a lot more.
They
than
did.
Zeke.
They did.
He's going to be their laid back, I think. If you're playing Dallas, don't let CD beat you, which is easier said than done, but that's what they have going for him.
Yeah.
Ferguson's fine.
Ferguson's fine. Yeah, he
He
made
had
some
50-some
plays,
yards
but
or something like
Yeah,
that.
he's steady.
for a tight
It is.
end. It's good this
Yeah.
year.
It is, yeah, this year, yeah. He gets a lot of catches, but if you contain CD, you're beating them. That's all there is to it. So, not real high on either one of those teams. That was the game.
Speaking of snooze fest, let's carry on to the next one.
Yeah, well, this was a little better. Yeah, you're about right.
You're
the
talking about
Chicago
Broncos.
Bears?
Oh, okay.
No.
I was going Broncos Jets.
Oh, you want to go to that one? Sure, let's do that one because I don't have much to say on that one.
No.
Broncos Jets had,
10-7, Broncos won.
10 to
somehow.
9.
I'm sorry, 9.
10
Yeah,
to 9.
correct.
10
There
to
wasn't-
9. There was one touchdown. Bo Nix got his first passing touchdown of the
Yeah.
year. That was
Sutton?
about the highlight of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Sutton.
Sutton.
Yep, got a
I gave
touchdown
your
to
guy
Sutton.
more credit. He didn't even get a touchdown. Like 3
Nope.
leg field goals. And what happened to Brees Hall, guys?
I'm gonna tell you. I think that Broncos defense is a lot better than anyone expected.
Yeah,
They
absolutely.
are pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you look at their games this year. Look
Yeah.
what they did to Tampa.
Yes,
last week.
exactly.
Surtain's gonna shut down.
Yeah,
his
you
guy.
got- you got-
and send
You got the best cornerback in football
You
right
do.
now.
You
And
do,
then,
yeah.
but like you said, they shut down Tampa Bay, who'd been high flying offense there before.
Tampa's
so
lit up everybody else they played.
Yeah,
even
they're-
Detroit. This
exactly.
week.
they're a pretty good defense.
They are. The Jets, though, Rodgers, he got hobbled, didn't he, into the game?
A little bit.
Little bit.
He's gonna
Part
be
of it, he's
fine.
41.
Yeah,
so
yeah. I think that's chronic oldness.
we're 32-ish, and we do the same thing when we go play softball. So
Yeah. So I mean, pretty boring game. Brees Hall, that offense has got to run through him to some extent, and if he's
Well,
not moving, the ball's not moving.
I wonder if Braylon Allen's going to get a lot more touches going forward.
Well, I kind of thought they were going to split into that game anyhow, and
Yeah.
they still win a lot more Brees Hall than I expected.
They did at the beginning,
Yeah.
and I think the second half was more Allen.
Yeah.
Hall, he got to show something. It's like they've got another talented back, and
Dude
Allen's
looks
a big
fast.
guy. He's a big guy.
Dude looks big.
Yeah. Garrett Wilson, though, him and Aaron have got to get going.
They're
Nah,
still not on the
I mean,
same
I didn't
page.
expect anything from Wilson going
No,
with,
no.
with Surtain. I
He's
mean,
had
that
a
was
bad first 4 weeks with Matt.
He had a
Yes,
shot
he's
in the
had
end
bad
zone early in the
matchups.
game, and not the best throw, but it was one of those Rodgers balls that only Garrett could have caught
Yeah,
it. And If they were more on the same page, he comes down at that probably.
Yeah,
but
yeah. Which it was also bad conditions, a lot of rain. We'll
Yeah.
see. Jets, I'm not saying they're trash. We'll see where they go moving
Yeah,
forward.
absolutely.
Broncos are better than I thought. I'll
Yep.
admit it.
Broncos
Sure.
defense, pretty good.
So they are.
That's
Yep.
my takeaway from the
They
game.
might win more games than they did the rest last year. There we
Yeah.
go. So, we'll go local here. The Chicago Bears and the team that should still be here, the LA Rams. Cronky. I got to do one shot an episode. But Bears 24, Rams 18. DeAndre Swift has a pulse, guys.
Yeah, DeAndre Swift showed up.
Right as I'm like, I bench him in fantasy. Cool. I think Roshan's, it's his backfield, which he looked decent too. But Swift, I mean, he looked great.
Yeah,
Honestly.
finally.
Took the pressure off Caleb Williams.
Mhm.
They need to do. They've got to have a run game.
Yes.
Like you can't at this
No,
stage in his
not
career.
not with that offensive line either. They got to
Yeah,
get something that going because if you don't have a run game, that offensive line is going to get tore up.
Absolutely. Caleb Williams get tore up.
Yes.
And if they can complement, what they do through the air, have the run game, this offense, I think it's the best they've looked. There's still a lot of room for improvement.
Yes.
4 scoring drives that game. The Rams did have every opportunity at the end of that game to
They
win
did,
it.
yeah.
I
got to get him some weapons. Stafford.
Absolutely.
I mean, the
Well,
Rams
they all
are
keep getting
just
hurt.
yeah.
They-
It's
they-
just they're snake bitten this year. That's all it is.
Absolutely.
Kyron Williams tried to carry the load. I
You
thought.
get a little
Yeah.
bit healthier receivers, that game goes much different than it did.
I agree. I
Yeah.
really do.
The game
So-
flow changes entirely. The Bears just don't have the ball as often,
yeah.
stuff like that. But I
And
mean,
shout out Chicago's D though. Like there is two sides to
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
They've looked good.
but
They
I
have.
thought that they'd
Got
be
every
okay
game.
going into
Yeah.
this week. The Rams would be because I mean they just came off beating the 49ers.
Yeah, that's
So-
true. I guess I'm gonna be honest with you. We're 4 weeks in. I have no idea who's good and not in some situations. A lot.
Yeah.
Well, there's some
Like-
teams you pretty much know are not good, but
Well, but like you just said, the Rams last week
yeah,
shouldn't have beat San Fran, came back, and then this week a lesser team, I think, they can't handle business. So,
Correct.
and that's cool. We want parity. So
yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
there's lots of parity
Yeah,
this year.
which there's this next game, Tampa Bay 33, Philly 16. How do you?
Oh, that Tampa Bay offense is back. They ran
It's back.
into the
Yep.
Broncos defense last week. Shut them down. That's an air attack, and that's a no-fly zone there in Denver. So
I love it.
Yeah, and
impressive.
Philly doesn't have cornerbacks. I mean, they've got young
yeah,
quarterbacks.
we both said that
Yeah,
before
we did,
in our
we did.
pickups.
We
that
did, and for some reason I still pick Philly. But I really thought their pass rush would be better. The Bucs O-line was beat up, but they still, I mean, they punched them in the mouth. And Philly
Yeah.
didn't really come back. Also, Nick Sirianni, I'm gonna tell you right now, he's an idiot. His post-game press conference, it was like, why didn't you run the ball more with all your receiving weapons down? You have Barkley, who's been the best back in the league. Why didn't you run more with him? Well, when you go 3 and out, all this, it's like, okay, you still could have maybe first down, implement the run. 2 carries, first 3 possessions for your best weapon. That was his answer.
Yeah,
I'm
there
like,
you go.
okay. I don't feel that good about him.
I saw a quote. I don't remember who the quote was from, but it said that Jalen Hurts is just Tyrod Taylor with inspirational quotes.
Oh, that's a rough one. Ooh,
And then they followed up with saying, actually, Tyrod Taylor has a better arm.
you know what? Now I'm not gonna go. That
Yeah, that's
Hurts
low.
athleticism. I mean, that sets him apart.
He doesn't have A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith. That is
If Tyrod
2,000
Taylor
yards.
Had those guys.
No, that is
I don't
2,000
know.
yards a
Yeah.
year.
I will say I've been disappointed in Hurts' development from the end of last year. This year, I've been disappointed because he does have good weapons, even when they were healthy. The end
Nick
of
Foles
last
would
year.
win a Super Bowl with
And
this
I'm-
team.
God, we got Hot Take Central here.
Yeah, that's Rodgers for you.
Yeah, that's good. That's good material. But no, I think Hurts is a little bit better than Foles. With all due respect to Foles, but he's got to step up. I think so. Too many mistakes. He's
Yeah.
been turnover prone like crazy. That's the negative. On the positive, Tampa Bay though offensively looked great.
They look great
Yeah.
again.
I mean, the Bake Show will bake. Handshake. Another rushing touchdown. There's your shake and bake. Love it. So that was that game. You guys want to stay in the South here and go the Dirty Birds, Atlanta Falcons 26, New Orleans Saints 24.
I was actually surprised to say that old Kirky took this
Kirk.
game. But, the Saints were bound to slow down eventually.
Yeah.
They
It
were,
looks
yeah.
like it's finally happened. So
And as much as I love my boy Kirk, they didn't have an offensive touchdown. So
Yeah.
and the Saints,
We got lucky.
much like the Rams, I said earlier, Saints had every opportunity to
They
win
did.
that
They
game.
did.
Yeah.
Yeah. It took a cool 58-yard field goal.
Yeah.
2 seconds left to
Yeah.
ice it.
Yeah.
So I love Kirk. I'm not going to give him much credit on this game. Atlanta's offense, he's got to get a little better. He's coming off a big injury. Rodgers is. We've seen, glimpses
Yes.
of
Yeah.
former play. But they got to get something going. Robinson, Bijan on the
Yeah,
ground.
he did not.
What happened?
I don't know. I don't really know. I didn't watch that game. But
Algier had a better game.
I was all last year ripping
I think
Arthur
that
Smith, give him the ball, and now I'm like,
I think that Algier just started off hot and they stayed at the hot hand.
That could be. I mean, it's not like Bijan hasn't been having good games. He has been.
No,
so.
but he's not really taking that next step like I thought he would this year. I thought he'd like have an 80-20 split.
Yeah.
And I might have been wrong. Algier's more talented. Gave him credit for, but he's got to get rolling. Kirk does. It's a win. They'll take it.
They got to get better, though. I mean, that offense should be way better.
Win on the
than
board,
it is.
yeah.
It should. Their defense won them the game.
Yeah.
Win on the board against a team that's been a juggernaut early
and
on.
an division.
This is big. It is. They're now tied 2-2. So we'll see where that goes. We got. Oh, sorry, Gibbs. I was gonna give him some love, but since Carolina's still looking better, we'll say that.
They do look better.
But yeah, we got Cincy, the Bengals 34, the Panthers 24. What do you guys think of this game?
Finally, Cincy comes alive.
What it came down to is
They
the Panthers were a good team this week, but Cincy was in a must-win attitude, and they were not going to lose that game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You nailed it. Desperation.
Yeah.
They had to win this game. They did. This is a team you ought to beat. I'm going to give it to Andy Dalton though. Like they have.
He made it look close.
He has. He's made this team a football team.
Yeah.
He has.
I'm not going to say that they're looking like a playoff team, but, they're looking like a team that can steal a few games.
Well, at least they look like they belong in the league.
Yeah. It was looking pretty bad.
I was like, this is subpar. But Cincinnati got rolling. T. Higgins, I don't think the box score told the whole story here. He drew a lot of pass interference penalties. He looked good.
Yeah.
Him and Jamar together.
I think he only had like 48 yards, but he.
Yes, maybe a 60-some, but and it's a few. It wasn't a big game.
Yeah.
But he's looking better.
Well, add in the pass interference.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, that should probably count
that should,
for something.
They should get half those yards anyhow.
They really should. Yeah, that would be something.
That needs to be counted in. Once again, the wide receivers.
Drops by receivers.
Yeah,
picks. I agree 100%.
That one should be counted.
NFL, we're gonna make you great. Come to us.
There we go.
Yeah, I want to talk about is Chase Brown, guys.
Yeah, he had a good game.
Is he taking over the backfield?
Well, he looked great.
Yeah.
I sure as heck hope he is. I always liked him.
There's no reason for him not to, in my opinion. He's
looked like the better back. I think
has.
significantly better. And what they give Moss a 2-year deal, but it's running back money.
Zach Moss has been a backup most of his career. It's not
just use Zach Moss for what it is. I think he'll get used.
He's a very usable back.
Yeah,
he's gonna be
split.
It's gonna be split on the passing downs.
Yeah,
not necessarily as a pass catcher for Moss, even though I think he does that pretty well.
Yeah.
It's gonna be blocking.
Fine. Yeah, I agree.
That's what it is.
And give Chase the ball. I want to see what
Zach Moss is a very good blocker.
Yes.
Yeah, he is. So we'll see where that goes forward. But Cincy, I'm intrigued. Really am. One more game for the break. Houston, Texas 24, the Jags 20. I can't wait for Houston for it to all come together. They should have lost. They could have lost this game.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that would have been a pretty bad dagger in their season because, that'd
have been a kick to the fruit basket. Chris Duncan used to say. That'd have been rough. To lose that.
Jaguars just coming off of a Monday night game getting absolutely dog stomped by the Bills.
Destroyed. Yeah. You come home, I thought Houston would make a statement. I really thought they'd blow them out. And I'm not saying they're playing terrible, but they're just it's like Detroit.
Yeah, they're just a little bit off.
Their receivers, other than Nico Collins, cannot put it together.
Once again, good call. Nico Collins has been amazing. What'd you say, top 5?
I said he was a top 5 receiver this year.
I'm going to quit arguing that.
Right now,
he's a top 3 right now.
Right now, he's top 3, and he ain't.
He's gonna
2 or 3.
No, he's not. Well, I didn't know there's no Tank Dell basically in this offense now.
Yeah, well, he was out.
He's out this
He was
year,
out this
But
year.
I mean, all year there's been no Tank Dell.
He's dropped some
limited
passes.
Yeah,
he's got
a lot of targets. He's got
It's
a
not
ton
anything
of targets.
with him,
Yeah, he's just
if he
dropped
doesn't
them.
going forward, the Nico show's been cool.
Yeah.
So, and Mixon's coming back. I'm still high on Texans.
Diggs had a good game, I believe.
He did.
last week.
Diggs actually he ran
had a lot
for
of
one.
catches. I think he had 9.
He ran for a
60
touchdown,
some
too.
Yards. Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
First career, I believe.
Yep,
Something like
and
that.
he had a passing touchdown last week.
That's right. There is. That's all. I like it. This offense is going to come together. I think so. So we're going to take a break, and then we'll finish our NFL coverage for the week. So be right back.
For a loan for your brand new home, call Clay County State Bank. If you want to transfer money so your future will look sunny, call Clay County State Bank. We got checking and savings and bill pay too.
An online bank, just ask our crew. For all your banking needs, we think you will agree.
Clay County State Bank is the place you need to be. Clay County State Bank.
At Clay City Banking Company, we're all on the same team, regardless of zip code. At home, work, school, or across the country, you can be part of our team with our cutting-edge mobile banking products. From your hand, you can check balances, transfer money, make deposits, and pay bills. Looking for a loan? We've got you covered with our mortgage, agriculture, commercial, and consumer loans. Join our team today. Clay City, Flora, Louisville, and Fairfield Banking Companies. We're the hometown banks, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
When a Fairfield fire truck needs a repair, Cam's there to keep things rolling. And as part of the volunteer fire department, Justin's looking out for Cam and all of Fairfield. Everyone supports each other, and Wayne White Electric Cooperative supports them all, with safe, reliable power for every one of our members. It's why REMCs exist, and together, it all works.
Give me our lumber. Doors, paint, windows, electrical, plumbing, and much more. Oh yeah, give me all your guns too.
John Lucas.
What?
You better be dreaming about all the stuff we sell here at Zink Building Center.
Oh, I would. Zink Building Center in Louisville on Route 45. It's a cool place.
For more Week 4 coverage. We're going to go ahead and hit some games here that I'm just going to be very honest, we weren't super high on. So, what?
Give me the...
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that went back to you. All right, it's all right. Here, we'll just edit that. All right, here we go. All right, and we are back, guys. We are still on Week 4, and we're going to hit some games here we honestly didn't really care too much about. But you know what? It's a part of our job to talk about.
Yeah, we have to talk them all.
We're company men here, so here we go. Yeah, give a shout out to Mom on that. We're good company men. San Fran, 30. New England, 13. These two teams aren't what we thought they were.
They are what they thought they were.
Yeah. San Fran dog walked him.
Could have been worse.
Mason
got
a good game.
Great. Over 100 and some yards on the ground. The Patriots offense is terrible. Like
Brock Purdy's leading the league in passing.
Nice. I didn't realize that.
In yards, anyways.
In yards. All right. Well, yeah, that would be right. I was thinking through my head. If you guys.
Yep.
Good call. And they're going to get better as they get more weapons back. This is a game they have.
Kittle had an amazing catch.
Kittle is amazing. Yes. I love George Kittle. He did. That was a big catch, big play. They're going to get better, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't say the same for Patriots. I hope.
Niners good, Patriots bad.
Yep.
Move on.
And don't start Drake May yet.
No,
I'm big on that.
Yeah, do not let him watch.
Yeah, agreed.
It'll be his time into the season. But that's all I got on that one. Let's do another one. Vegas, the Raiders, 20.
Minshew Mania's
Round
back,
16.
baby.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I almost don't know if either team really wanted to win the game.
I don't know if I like seeing Minshew Mania win as much as I hate to see Deshaun Watson lose.
I know which one there. I
know which one you're on.
You know, everyone knows which one I'm on.
You're wanting them O-linemen in Cleveland. Just take another week, guys. Take another week. Give him another chance. And why can Max Crosby not play and kill him?
Oh, that was upsetting.
Yeah, it was. They still sacked him. I don't know how many, 4 or 5 times.
That's not enough.
The Raiders tried to give that game away. They had a big lead early. I think that there was a fumble recovery that came back for a touchdown later.
Samir White. Not looking great. For his,
not great.
Yeah, feature back.
They win without Devontae Adams and Brock Bowers not having a good game.
That's fair. That's big. There was a controversial. Cooper had a big touchdown that got called back on. I think it was a pass interference penalty or something that was kind of But hey, you know what? Raiders won. They came home after losing to Carolina. They had to win this.
Yeah,
absolutely.
They did. So go Raiders.
I think speaking of Cooper, I just seen something where if he gets traded this year, his cap hit is like under $1 million.
Really?
I think
they're 1-3.
I think he's gonna get traded to team on your.
I love it. Yeah, because we're running out of warm bodies at that receiver position. Well, you know what?
Well, if you'd stop cannibalizing each other.
Yeah, well, maybe if our quarterback decided to be a quarterback and we don't have to make the highlight tackles there.
I don't know what he's doing.
We're going to go ahead and go to that game. Chiefs 17, Chargers 10.
Herbert
Not
can't
pretty,
move.
But they won again.
Well, this was a win for the game. How do I put this? We won the battle. We lost the war on this one. That Rashee Rice play we were talking about.
That was bad, man. I don't know what Mahomes is doing there.
Well, and the thing of it is on the tackle, too. I told you, I was like, he led with his freaking right shoulder. I'm like, oh, cool. Not only did you hit our star wide receiver's knee, but you also could have jacked up your shoulder on a pick. I'm sure he was a little pissed over it.
Yeah.
I get it. You want to make the play. But up here, You know,
Yeah,
and it's
I mean,
hard. Juices are
A lot more
flowing.
games playing.
Yeah, there is. And Rice looks
You're a $500 million quarterback.
Yeah,
Let's
you
not do
are,
that.
Yeah.
Like, just live to play the next down.
Yes.
Take a page out of Peyton's playbook. Back in the Indy days, you'd throw a pick and no, but someone else will tackle him.
Yes.
Not my business.
I'm gonna walk to the sideline real quick.
I'm like very angry. And,
Chargers had plenty of chances to win that game, but Herbert cannot move.
No,
at
He's
all.
playing on a high ankle sprain.
Like,
I feel for the guy. Like
Yeah.
he put it all out there.
There was at times he looked pretty good yesterday.
yes, he did.
I thought
he
first
did.
half he looked very good.
Yeah.
I think as the game went on,
He got
was more
sore.
compromised. Their O-line was beat up.
Yeah.
You know, this was a recipe for disaster.
I didn't realize that. I thought Slater played, but he was out too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Alt
You
missed,
got
right?
two. Yeah, you got Ald out, your first round pick that everyone said was by far the
Maybe
best
that was not the
lineman.
game to almost kill her.
You got Slater.
No, not at all. No, Chris Jones. On the
Chris
other side.
Jones had a darn good game.
Yes, he did.
Yeah. And well, I mean, he's literally picking who he wants to go
Yeah.
against
Oh,
in a
yeah.
situation like that when they're banged up.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
worried.
on a defensive player of the year for Chris Jones.
I don't know. I'm on Hutchinson. Hayden Hutchinson.
Oh,
that's
Hayden
mine.
Hutchinson's been
He hasn't
yeah,
played
you're-
yet. Don't forget about
Yeah.
that. I guess going forward, I'm worried about the Chiefs. I am. Kelsey had a good game, but he still doesn't look like Kelsey yet. They're offensively.
You're gonna hate me for saying this. This reminds me of the year that the Steelers were like 8-0.
Oh yeah, and then they
Then-
fell apart because
yeah.
they were winning a lot of close.
Speaking of the Steelers not being 4-0,
Yeah. Oh,
they didn't get away with it again. Honestly,
They are who you thought they were.
no, they're who you guys thought they're probably. They're probably still gonna win 8 or 9 games. But give me this one. The Colts started out with a huge lead. Honestly, the Steelers were the much better team in the second half. Justin Fields had another pretty
Justin
good
Fields
game.
is still looking very good.
Justin Fields looking great, guys.
That game would have lasted another 5 minutes, and I probably would have said the Steelers
You've
were
been
winning
eating
that
your
game.
words, yeah. I was glad this game went like this because this is the most you've had to see Fields do. And yes, he did have 2 fumbles. I know one at the end was kind of desperation.
Yeah, and I
He
think he threw a
sacked.
pick too.
No
Or
pick.
he
Just
no
2
pick? No.
fumbles.
Okay.
But he moved the ball. He made more plays with his legs.
Yes.
2 rushing tutties, 55 yards or so.
Mhm.
300 some through the air. Like you saw Fields.
He had a big fantasy day.
He did. And that's what he did in Chicago, but he played more under control,
Mhm.
I thought. I like that. Like their defense let us down.
Yeah, that was the letdown. There was the defense.
It really was. Fields played good enough to win the game,
Mhm.
but he's shown that he can bring him back.
Yeah.
That was big going forward. He better be the. I think he's going to stay there. Tomlin wants to win games and knows. I'm sorry, he knows how to win games, and
He's
will.
pretty good at it.
What did I
Pretty
say earlier a couple weeks ago? Not let Russ cook, let Russ die.
Yeah. Well, Russ sit there and collect Denver's money.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to
well,
do.
They're pretty
So
good at letting them do that.
They are. They are. The one thing I'll say on the Colts won the game. Cool. How hurt's Richardson? You guys.
Oh, he's not hurt.
He'll be back.
He'll be back.
He'll be back.
He almost came back in the game.
Yeah.
Dude.
Well,
I think he could have. I think
I didn't see the game, but
Steelers tie that game back up. You might have seen Richardson back out for that last drive.
Yeah.
Papa Joe, man.
Yeah. They said he wasn't hurt and he'll be back next week.
Well, this is interesting. Shout out to Joe Flacco first and
Mhm.
foremost.
Yeah.
Like that's a big win.
Yeah, I think that was what the deciding factor was. Like Flacco looks fine, just leave him.
Yeah. Hey, he
Yeah.
keeps getting away with it too. I mean, the 38,
Yes.
9-year-old immobile
Let
quarterback.
me just keep grabbing that 15 or 1.5 million a year every year.
Yeah. Pittman looked great. I
Yes.
mean, he had big
Breakout
throws to him.
game. He finally
Yeah.
has looked good.
He did. Our Colts insider, he was not very happy. Estane Steichen, I believe, if I butchered his name. And I didn't see the game, but he said that Richardson came back in the first time he went out. One play. Okay, your quarterback just got banged up, had a hit pointer, whatever it was. First play from scrimmage after that. Guess what play they did? Like, what would the last play you would think a banged up quarterback you would have them do?
QB option?
Yeah.
RPO.
I was going to
Did
say
an
RPO.
Yeah.
And he went down hard, trying to avoid a tackle on a slide, and then was out for the rest of the game. Our Colts insider, won't give names, Nixon, but he was fuming. He was like, "Why do you do this with our future? We gotta clean that up, guys. Like, don't." He's worried about his long-term longevity.
Yeah.
That being said, Flacco, I mean, he took the reins.
Looked great.
He did. Jonathan Taylor ran the ball hard.
I think the Pittman thing is because of Flacco. Pittman doesn't really match up well with what Richardson wants to do.
Yes, I'm worried about that for him.
Josh,
Flacco's your pocket passer, old school quarterback.
Flacco
and
likes the intermediate routes
yes,
now. Like, he used to
exactly,
throw
and that's what
deep.
Pittman goes for.
Yes.
So like
He
Josh
eats there.
Downs fits a lot better for Richardson.
I
well,
agree.
Downs had a pretty good game with Flacco as well, though.
Well,
and Pierce.
Yeah.
Pierce,
Yeah.
you've seen him big games because Richardson's, I mean, he gambles, throws them deep balls. I agree. I was worried about Pittman this year, and it came to fruition.
Yeah.
We'll see. But, yeah, I mean, this was this big one for the Colts. It keeps them alive. They're right there.
How bad banged up is JT?
He didn't think he was banged up real bad, but
Okay.
it's the same ankle he hurt earlier in the year.
Okay.
So that's concerning. One thing I would give
I didn't see an update on him. I seen it on
Yeah.
Richardson. That's all.
Okay.
all I
Yeah,
see.
I saw Richardson's going to be back.
Yeah.
But we got to get moving on to
Well,
our
one
next
more
game.
thing, the
We got-
Colts run D.
Yeah.
It's looking better.
Yeah.
It terrible
is.
at the beginning of the season, so got to give that a shout out. They've cleaned that up. They have a future this season. This one's you too. Next game, Vikings 31. Green Bay
Well, another
Packers
game
29.
that I think that if it would have went 5 more minutes, that might have
Could
went
be.
the other way. The
Could be.
Vikings started out, I think, to a 28-0 run. They
Yes.
28-0 at half,
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah.
Maybe 28-7. I don't know. But either way, like, just blowout in the beginning of the game. Packers almost came back and won the game. Honestly, probably could have, but it didn't work out and
Yeah.
fell just short. They gave up that field goal at the end of the game that
That
kind of
was
ruined their
big.
chances.
Yeah.
And without that field goal, they're winning that game.
Yeah.
But
I mean, Sam Darnold looked great the first half.
Yeah.
Him and Jefferson have something special. And what I thought was interesting, you mentioned that field goal. That drive, they put the ball in the air. They
Yeah.
didn't try to run the clock down. They had to get points. He trusted. O'Connell trusted Darnold.
Darnold's
That's big
just
for them.
doing what he needs to do.
Yeah. Yeah,
On the other side, Love, what I think happened is he was still worried about his ankle at first.
Rusty.
second
Do
half,
you
A
he
little
looked
rusty.
great.
Yes.
Second half, he forgot what the pain was,
Yeah,
and then he
yeah.
became Jordan Love again.
And
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Second half looked like prime Jordan Love.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
you're excited to
Yes.
see. I think he had 4 passing touchdowns
He
in that
did,
game.
Yeah. 4 touchdowns, 3 picks.
Yeah.
A lot of that was early.
The 2 picks were maybe the first 2 drives of the game, or 2 of the picks were. Then I think he
Yeah.
threw one in the second half as well. But
Reed,
Yeah.
dude, those guys have a heck of a connection. Reed
Yes.
and Love.
How
He
about
had
Wicks?
30.
yeah? I'll
Wicks
get
was
that's a
pretty good.
Dontavian
Two
Wicks.
touchdowns?
Yeah.
That was.
Yeah.
Tell you what, if you want to go into the fantasy spear that we've been getting into,
Wicks looks like a good pickup.
that
right
might be
Reed.
the number 1 waiver
I think
wire
I mentioned
pickup.
him before the year.
Yeah.
We weren't sure.
Yep.
What happened to Christian Watson? No catches? Did
He was
get
hurt.
He was
He
hurt.
wasn't.
Okay.
I don't
I
even think
saw
he
that in the
played.
box
He
Yeah.
didn't play.
He had 1
Um,
target.
yeah.
And
Okay.
nothing.
Yeah,
So,
he got hurt pretty quick.
Probably played for
I think Tucker Kraft had a touchdown as
He
well.
did. Tucker Kraft had a good game.
Bottom line
Yeah.
is Love's back, looking like
Love is back,
Love, and he's
absolutely.
got weapons.
Yeah.
So watch out.
And Minnesota's pretty good.
Minnesota's legit.
Justin Jefferson.
Justin
Ridiculous.
Jefferson is Justin
He's
Jefferson.
ridiculous.
No news breaking here.
Yeah.
Jefferson's Jefferson. So.
He actually just
It was
passed Jerry Rice and someone else as far as like the most yards in your first 4 seasons.
That's pretty lofty company.
And he
Yeah,
was
I can see that.
hurt all last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
I don't think they
amazing.
were counting last year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, he's great. The Vikings are. This is gonna be fun. This division. When you got Minnesota, Detroit, Green Bay, all in the same division. I can't wait to see.
And
what takes
Chicago's not. I
Yeah,
mean,
they're not
They're
terrible.
getting better.
Best division in the league, I think.
Yep.
Top of my head. So that was fun. We got 2 more games. I got to give you this one. Good call. Washington Commanders just destroyed Arizona.
Tress Wade's going to be out of a job.
The
Yeah.
yeah.
That's their punter, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to think about that. I was like, I've not seen this name. Yeah, he.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Jaden
That's what you
Daniels
want.
has an 82% completion percentage.
That's nuts.
That's ridiculous.
82%.
Which most of them are within 10 yards, but who cares?
Who cares?
Who cares? He's a rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
Doing that and the dynamic, his legs. Oh my gosh, guys, he's fun.
Brian Robinson Jr. looked like a stud, too.
Yeah, he has.
He has
running
been
the ball.
great.
That O-line's been better than I thought.
Yes.
They've created lanes for him. Eckler didn't even play this game, I don't believe.
I don't
No,
think
he did
so.
not. He did not.
I didn't. Whoever their backup running back is had 2 touchdowns. Like this was unreal. The clinic they
Yeah.
put on, and I just talked about Arizona's D had looked better.
Yeah.
It was never
Today.
close.
No.
My boy Marvin Harrison Jr. He came in for a touchdown early in the game. After that, he's pretty quiet for the most part. I think he had 5 catches for like 50 yards.
Yeah, the first drive he played amazing in it, and then
Yeah.
was like, I'm gonna take a break. I'll see
Yep,
you next week.
pretty much.
Kyler, same thing.
Yeah.
This offense has been
I-
maddening inconsistent.
I think
Maddening.
everybody, and I think I even said it in our pick'em, Trey McBride being out
Yeah,
was
you're
very
right.
big.
Well,
That's bigger
middle
than
of the
it.
field.
That's bigger than anyone thought. Because
Kyler Murray after
Yep.
week 1 said it wasn't his job to get Marvin Harrison Jr. the ball. He just takes the open targets. Well, I'm thinking like maybe you should make it your job to get him the ball because he makes plays.
Maybe your best weapon, you should make it a little higher priority. to
yeah.
get him the
you can
ball.
say that. I think
But
it's
I know
Trey
what you're saying.
McBride. I
That did hurt
think
their
not
offense,
having
yeah.
his.
I don't think he's the number 1 yet. I think McBride's still their
Yeah.
guy.
They complement each other well.
Yeah.
Yes,
not,
They really do.
not having the
That
safety
takes the
net.
pressure away. That moves
That's
the safety
that's the
out.
safety net.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
And for rookie
Moves the
quarterbacks,
defense. It was huge.
or not rookie quarterbacks, Kyler's not a rookie.
Yeah.
No, and James Conner had a good game. That's about it.
Yeah.
That's about Arizona.
Yeah.
Last game we had, good Lord, Josh Allen and the Bills. What happened? Like
Derrick Henry had it.
buzzsaw.
Baltimore starting to play like they
They
should.
That's
That
That's a
line
scary-
coming
best
together.
offense.
That's a scary team if they play like that.
As this guy says, the 2 best running backs in the league on the same team. I love that. Yeah, they play like this. The big thing for me is they didn't have the defensive letdown they've been having.
Yes.
Correct.
They've been falling apart.
The defense
second
looked
half.
good.
Kyle Hamilton and Kyle Van Noy were
Yeah.
killing it.
Yes.
Oh, ball hawks just Buffalo had nothing going on the ground through the air.
Yep. And I believe Derrick Henry ran for not 200, he ran for 199 yards. And
couldn't get that one
just
yard.
couldn't get that 1
View
yard.
the tape,
he only had
I'll
one
find it.
touchdown, but like I think he was averaging like
He had
6
a
or 7.
He had a receiving
he had a
You're right,
receiving.
one
Yeah.
rushing touchdown.
Yeah.
Yeah. Baltimore put on a clinic. Dang. As a Chiefs fan, I'm like, oh poop. This is gonna be
Yeah.
tough.
That's after the
And they-
Bills last week just looked equally as scary.
The Bills all year have
Yeah.
looked dominant. This was a statement game.
Yeah.
Statement game.
When Ravens got their offense on the field 80% of the game, it's tough
Yeah.
to score.
Yes, it is.
Guess what? Baltimore's fine. So,
Yeah.
or we thought they were.
Yeah.
So, that's all our games, guys.
Yep.
There's 2 Monday Nighters going on right now. That
I
if
can give
watch
you an
Sports
update if
Center,
you want.
I guess you'll get coverage.
Dolphins
Oh,
and Titans are tied 0-0 last
No,
week,
it's
so-
3-0
That's
Titans.
exciting. Whew, barn burner, guys.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Monday
too
Night
bad
Classic.
offenses.
Not
No,
surprised.
nobody's watching that game. They're watching the next one
Waiting
that
for the
starts
next
in
one.
3 minutes.
All right, but we are out of time.
We are.
And we got
This
to
was
roll
fun.
out. Thanks for watching.
Absolutely.
Check us out on YouTube,
TikTok.
All that
Kick.
cool stuff.
Kick,
Yeah.
Everything.
Instagram, and X. We are either Benchwarmers Basement Banter or BBB Sports
And
Talk.
Facebook.
What they said.
Have a nice night.
Stay
We'll see you
classy,
next week.
Southern
See you
Illinois.
guys.
See ya.